Bless up to everybody that will be on the live. Let me send out the link in the meantime. Bless up as you enter the live stream. Like and share it so others can join us. We have a good little program lined up for everybody today where we are going to have some discussions about current things that happen within dancehall and some questions that we have in relation to um artists getting boss, how you think what defines say me boss one artist and all of that. So stay tuned as you enter the live stream. Just like and share it so other persons can join us. Bless up to the 5 ones, them when we sip on the live. Apostle James, big up yourself, big papa. Over your side, Mr. Like say, rain outfit, you my rain, storm outfit target, Hope you keep safe. You don't know the thing go. Brains done. Big up yourself. You don't know. Eric Huggins, big up yourself. Bless up everybody for joining the live stream. And for persons who will be watching on the playback, big up on yourself. As you enter the live stream, please like and share so other persons can join us. DJ Easy, a long time you not see you. Big up yourself, bad bro. Bless up. I have a special guest on the live today. Jamon, you can talk to the people them. Let them know say you're there for where you're there about, where you're there for talk about.
People, big up, big up, big up. Blessing. All right, easy nuts. During the week, we send a thing to Nuts for ask where you consider bursting the artist or introducing the artist to the world. And then she say, all right, make we talk about it. So she set it up and so we are going to talk about it and more topics.
Right, that's so. Yeah, people. So differently. Hope everybody alright. Appear rain in a Jamaica. I don't know what going the wider community. I know persons that gear up in Florida for a storm. Hope you keep safe. Sean Joseph, big up yourself. That Jean is that's how it's pronounced. Big up yourself, blessings, just the same. We're there to talk about a few things. And dancehall music is not only narrowed to just a Jamaica land, but wider space. And that we see this over and over again. Bob Marley taking reggae music to the outward communities. Other artists, putting in the work, carrying it there as well. Both dancehall and reggae artists. You don't know the thing go. One leak audio of Bounty Killa saying some stuff in relation to Merciless. Big up yourself, DJ Easy, for the super chat donation, bad bro. You know the thing go. What me did I say? Bounty Killa leak audio. We have that for talk about as well. Me want to know what people think about it. Your views and the whole thing. So me I go allow Jamon before me going at that part of the discussion. Big up yourself, Jalove Data. Happy Sunday to you, sis. Constable Pete, big up bad bro. You don't know the thing go. Me I go allow Jamon for state him claim and then we can see how much we can interact with it. So you can go ahead, Jamon.
Okay, yeah. As I'm there, still. I always consider this thing where people always say about bursting artists or introducing artists. So what I want to know now, can we have two mind know what really burst artists and send them out to the world, right?
Yeah.
And then
Well done, big up. Cash, big up. Yeah.
yeah. So when a other man I go bring some man who have talent already, them do them own thing, write them own song and do them own thing. And
Yeah.
then take for instance, you send them out, right?
Right.
Would I consider that as introduction to the world?
Yeah.
Boss them.
Right.
Because
So,
take for instance, Babyface, right?
mm-hmm.
him find Tony Braxton, write her song them, teach her how to sing it, and send her out to the world. Some would have said that is a boss.
Yeah.
Likewise, R. Kelly. Although them a kill the man and thing. Aliyah, him find Aliyah, teach her how to sing, write. Would I say our first 5 songs, him write them. So I would have said that him boss them artist.
Right.
Yeah, so I think the other thing if a man know him song already and him just want the exposure, I just think that the other man them just introduce him to the world.
I start hear about the popping sound again. I don't know why.
Yeah, you hear the popping sound again?
Yeah. Me kind of get what you say in relation to bossing an artist, you know. Like you said, some artists claim, we say, and then put out an artist, you don't see it that way.
Yeah.
You feel that it is more of an introduction to the world. And then
Yeah.
the artist have to do what him have to do for not only boss himself, but keep himself out there.
Yes. Yes. Because you know them have the old time saying you can bring a horse to the water, but when you have some people not even in the entertainment industry, you have some people that want you come at them yard, pick them up, get the job for them, carry them to work every day, show them how to do the work, and
Yeah.
you think you have to go out there and do it by your own.
Okay. Well, me feel all right. When me get from it, well, on the bless up Empire TV, bless up, bro. When me get from it as it relates to, all right, say me a top artist, me a one Mavado then, right? And me have one little artist a come up named Busy. Me just a use a name.
Yeah, man.
Busy, well talented and everything. However, no matter when put out, in our reach people.
Yeah.
But me as a Mavado have one big stage show. I'm a call on Busy. And Busy come out there and show the world what I'm capable of. And as a result of this, him garner fans. Him music start reach people. It start get wide. To me, I've really Mavado boss him because all along him did it. Him have the talent. Him have the work ethics, everything. Him have put out good music and all, but it just never did a reach. But with the name where the artists have and the stronghold, and him put him out there and say, people may have one bad artist and me a rep for this artist here, right? I want to know lend him no support. And people, remember, you know, the artist can do so much and no more too, because you have to have the talent. That's why I explain that the person have talent, right?
Yeah.
So with the talent where that person have and showcase it out there, people start give him a listening here. Because them just say Busy and I say, just another artist. So them not even used to listen to this person's song. You get me? But as a result of my name now and my brand was so big and wide, then say, all right, we'll listen to him and see what he's capable of. And as a result, then fall in love with that person. So me would have said, I'm Mavado boss him.
So you only think that is an introduction?
It is both an introduction and bossing the artist. Lan Ani, I'm not sure if I say your name pronounced, but big up yourself. Big up yourself. So me don't know what you think. Imhotep, big up, bro. Me know you join.
I would love to hear Imhotep wine say.
Yeah, man. Greetings, Nats. Greetings, family. Greetings. Blessings to everyone, you know.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Just, trust that the ones and the ones am all right. Everybody's safe.
Right, that's so.
Yeah, I don't want the people them quarrel too much about the food where them buy up because you can always eat,
you know. They would need it.
Yeah. The sad part is that, especially in these harsh economic times, not everyone can have the money to buy it in a bag of food. They get me I say. Some people take all them loss and buy food, but circumstances is that season there. That's mother nature at work still. So better safe than sorry, them say, Yeah, but based on the reasoning, right, as it relates to say boy, a man a boss a man, right? In the dancehall space, when a man say a man boss a man, it more like he's saying that he's the one that gave him the exposure, he's the one that gave him the platform, you know, for others to see him. But at the same time, from my perspective, there are complementary factors as well. Because as you guys have said, you can have the talent, right? But if you don't have the right application, and we have seen that with so many talented artists, we have seen it with so many talented football players, we have seen it with so many talented musicians in general. The application is what kind of, you know, led to their demise or their career, you know, being on a pause or it never gone away, so to speak. So there are contributing factors. You can be talented. You can have the right people around you. You can have the right crowd, so to speak, in terms of a dancehall artist and them have a big pool. You understand what I say? You can have that, but at the same time, if your application is not up to standard and your professionalism is not up to standard, you will fall by the wayside. So at the end of the day, while an artist can say, well, I gave you the exposure, I gave you the introduction, I gave you the platform, so you can launch off. Some take it and move with the impetus, and some of them just never handle it right for whatever reason. So, you know, a man to say him boss a man, in the dancehall terminology, is just like us saying, well, I me get a platform, that me get an exposure there. But at the end of the day, him have to take the bull by the hand and put in the work and be professional and focus on the music, because just like how we can say enough people get boss, we can say there were many talented artists. Meanwhile, whole heap of them, because Waterhouse me come from. There were many talented artists, many talented singers who them not gone away, so to speak, because for whatever reasons, even when they were still around, top artists are very influential people. So that's just my take on it as well. You know, it's a twofold scenario. Like you will have someone who will have the talent, he will have the support system in place, right? But at the same time, he will mess it up. And you have a man who might not have a big support system, but he have the zeal, he have the application, he have the professionalism, and then put all them things forward along with him skills, and him go on a road. You know, so that's just the way it is sometimes.
All right. Moan said big up to Kim Welch. Kim said, me see Miss artist name in your title. Rightfully so. Later on, we just finish off with Jamon's topic first. But later on, we will be talking or conversating about your Bounty Killa, Kim Welch. So big up yourself, sis. Blessings to Terry. Me see my big up Bell, which is Jamon. Hold on, somebody's backstage. All right, hold on. All right, so blessings to all our Jamon supporters.
Oh, God.
Thanks for joining. Remember to subscribe also to the channel, and I appreciate you all.
All right, Imhotep.
Yes, family.
One question. All right, you aspire with some artists, right? And them have the talent. And you as Imhotep can't, not care what you do, them can't, as one to use the word boss. Right?
Yes.
If you is a big artist, you don't think you can even write a song that relevant for them boss?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. As a senior or an elder in the business, based on your experience, based on your lyrical content, you can also do collabs, right? And see if that work out. You know, enough established artists, what they will always do more time, them call up them little proteges on the stage, give them a little exposure. Sometimes they'll do a collab with them. I think that as a senior artist and you take some younger ones under your wing, I think your objective should be to ensure they are successful because it's a good look on you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever it takes. But at the end of the day as well, family, 90s dancehall culture, early 2000 dancehall culture was like that, where you needed that exposure there to get a bus. Now, within the last 10 years or so, or 15 years, even before that, it was
Yeah.
all about the money that was being spent in your camp. You get what I'm saying, family? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of song is out there. If I have $100 million that I can spin that song on every radio station every single day, it's going to be a hit song, even when it's foolishness. It's the truth. You get what I'm saying, family?
Eddie Cook, big up yourself. Thanks for joining the panel. You can chime in as soon as you see it fit.
Oh yeah, thanks for the invitation.
You're welcome.
Yeah, blessings, family.
All right, that's what I said. I know I'm overseas, but if you go to Babyface right now, you don't think him could have get a hit song right now?
Of course, because the man a legend.
No. The song not it until it get recognition and people know it. You can't just come out of the studio and say it's song this, you know.
Me totally understand, Big Papa.
Right, yeah.
But let me show you the formula, though. Let me show you the formula, right? Big Papa get the song written by Babyface.
Yeah.
Big Papa sing the song, right?
Yeah.
We now gonna say that we have to make sure say since a Babyface song, the right production are gonna take place, not true?
Yeah.
But can
Big
the person who get the lyrics perform the song?
No, listen what I'm saying, Big Papa.
That's a component too, you know.
Yeah, but Big Papa, that's what I'm saying. It's complementary. But what I'm saying is this now. Babyface write the song with Big Papa. Big Papa sing the song, you know, very good production took place. The song out there. It doesn't matter how talented Big Papa is, you know, right?
Okay.
It need exposure, it need earplay, it need marketing.
Yeah.
And in the music industry now more than ever, it's more about marketing. It's not even all about talent right now. It's about marketing. Some artists didn't even make it because they weren't considered marketable.
Yep.
Because they did not fit that description or that image. So we have to factor that in as well. You get what I'm saying, Big Papa?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man.
So Mr. Western Badness has said something and she say, bro, nobody knows what song will hit. Some of our dancehall what is our team of the best international writers on their team, and it still not make them hit. Big up yourself, Natalie.
All right. Can I say something or ask a question? Yeah. Just tune in. Not sure how it all started, but I somewhat had a briefing on what the whole discussion would be about. But my question to you guys who are more experienced in the field and all of that, what, based on my analogy of the whole what make an artist bust, because without fans listening to your music and accepting it, not care who you have in your background and all of that, I consider not until the fans come on board and listen to your music and you get regular airplay and all of these things and people are buying your music, that's when you really me consider your boss. An artist call a man on a stage for a 1 minute or 2 minutes as an introduction to the people. Me not consider that being a boss.
No, but remember, say people conflate popularity with being successful, you know, and so boss would have mean a level of success. So maybe somewhere in the on a thin line, the lines get crossed, you know, popularity and
Popularity plays a part, yes, but as I'm not sure if it's Mr. G or who made a comment earlier about in regarding to like a quote unquote big artists who are no name artists nobody no know would have comfort with him own lyrics, him own style, all of that, and him start power with the big artist, but the crowd now feel him. There, so him gonna last in the system for years and years and years, and him will still get called up on a stage every now and then, but him still no boss.
Yeah, but sometimes the quote unquote boss something there. I want timely process, because it is said for years enough of the youth them, the alley cats, the Frisco Kid and these people were writing song within shocking vibes, But I've
Yeah.
been a man perform them. I've
Mm-hmm.
been a man perform them. So
Word.
him have to gradually introduce them on the stage show, the Panda show, the Teen Splash, the Panda show, the before them actually get, people get used to them. So
Cause me have a nephew we go through a similar process, We're not supposed to know about him, Jamil.
Yeah, not Stone.
Jamil actually I'm a nephew. And Jamil is a youth from teenage days, early in father, back and forth to them studio, big artists, whatever, I try to push him out.
yeah.
And not until really him the house pan ill and I get a different management team behind him and all of that. Him really get a bus from there so. And him there about for years.
Yeah, again, family, there will always be many contributing factors, but you see, a good support system in a family, that's it, because
Definitely.
if you have a good support system, them are gonna always try with it, because we know about dancehall, say, here we go now. You have sometimes too, enough of the man, the music, it hit in the dancehall first before it got on the radio stations then.
Yes,
So
definitely.
our man used to go link a selector and say, yo, I'm an artist, this and more you do so. And it start rotating a dancehall, and a man will go out 3-4 dance a night. And put in the work for him artists, and when I get them played there, right? Radio stations to them will come with it. So, it's all about a support system in terms of one of the contributing factors to any artist being successful. Because at the end of the day, sometimes it's not even based on the lyrical content. Sometimes, because even when all
the
vibes,
yeah.
No
when
sing
certain man come.
foolishness and make millions.
Yes, correct. Sometimes I just a little flow, and sometimes people don't really understand the lyrical content, but them like the flow. There are many little factors. You get me? I say when we hear a Camellia come forward and we hear the little sound there. You get me? I say, yeah, people are say, yo, that sound is unique. You get me? I say, and there are many more, but one heap of them try to. Sometimes I years them I try.
Yeah.
A whole heap of studios them go sit down for months and years.
But look on a Ragging King. Look on a Ragging King, and Ragging King did that Sunsplash thing. With the attitude the Ragging King come out with, him the happy boss,
Yes,
because the man decides, say, yo, me lock off all the noise. This is my moment. Me I take this tonight or this morning. And if not for the I try to take the mic from him and him get irate. I say, yo, you can't run into this. So if you don't have the attitude, if you don't have the attitude, the right attitude, sometimes, if bully it, the opportunity might pass.
Yes, man.
Because
Eddie,
Bobo Chris, them maybe don't know who that, but me and you
Lexus.
Know. All right. Me and you know, so the tune them I have now. He might have some wicked tune where I'm not release. When him use a DJ down at our place.
Yep.
Wicked tune, what bust the place now, what him not release. So me know like him. Me don't know how him not run the world.
No,
Lexus, Delerangs, all of them out there are from youth.
No, but the industry, there's a component where when the industry, like, would make dub it now and call it the Merciless effect, the Vegas effect, the Lexus effect,
the alkaline effect too.
Sidelined.
Yeah.
The gatekeepers, man. Gatekeepers,
sidelined because particular individuals didn't like the way they went about things.
Yeah, and the radio stations, you see, remember, in the dance hall, your music will play, but remember, it have to go up on the radio stations them as well. So even if a man have your music Your tune that tear down the dancehall. If it not touch the radio station, them it
tell
nah
them
say
that long
nothing.
time.
It nah but make the top 10 and them have them top 10 and whatever. You get what me I say? So that was the platform, and as a result of that, now if you were not connected with certain people, they will lock you out.
Yeah.
Not for the artists, them learn that game they late. Like the early days with Evo, being a man, Bounty Killa feud and all heap of thing. I used to tell the man them say the things where the man them a follow up in it is just limited to dancehall and not outside of Jamaica. If you don't get to the thing I play internationally and I go up on Billboard and whatever, I go nowhere. So being a man and them man they keep the focus and get even Grammy nominated and all of them sitting there. So the man them learn the thing late to some extent, and it come like the younger one them a come up now, and some of them a get lost in the dance hall too.
No, but
If the music get
back in
airplay
the days,
as what the man as what the brother said earlier.
All right,
You're irrelevant.
Before no go any further, that Jean say there's no clear definition between the two, causing confusion in my opinion. She said, Nats, can you ask us if there's no clear definition? Everyone only giving an opinion on what they think, which is not factual.
Boss and something.
Hold on there, Big Papa. Say, but success is different for each, and I think people oftentimes use others' milestone to judge their own, and that's where the problem is to me. So I can respond to those comments.
As far as all right. When you look on we use dancehall, when you look on a dancehall space, for an artist to bust back in the days, the 90s, 2000, a few artists come through non-aligned, You have to be aligned to an established camp, an established producer, an established something.
Yeah.
You have to come through one little tunnel. Forget the mainframe. The one them where Merciless came up not aligned. They have Gaddafi, which was Tone Love first, then Gaddafi.
Yeah.
And that never gone away. Lexus came out sounding like Sanchez. No, Lexus. Vegas came out. Lexus come out with on twanging something. We're different from the rest. So these people were put aside. Notice the artists them were got through the tunnel. Or went through the whatever, me not know the name for it. These people were loved until them start step out on them own,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were loved until them start step out on them own, because the Mobados, the Vibes Cartels, these people were revered artists when them break, But the moment them decide to do a little independence or try not to dance to the whims and fancies or the music of the status quo, there we go. So dancehall has always been a cronyism. You have to say what them I say, do what them I do, or else you'll be sidelined.
Yep. So you have to give it to Cargo, because with the feud with Movado and Vibes Cartel, nobody never there, boss. Cargo was the only one about.
Where did I say, Jamon?
No, I said the feud with Vibes Cartel and Movado.
Yeah.
So you have to Cargo. Cargo was one of them were boss while that are gone. Because nobody else could have.
And why you thinking boss at that time?
I don't know if I just do the I don't know.
Different, indifferent.
Me feel that me I think to Big Papa in own uniqueness, Him just come with something different where the people attracted to or something like that.
Yeah. You hear it, and by the time you listen it again, you get hooked. Even the reggae.
Yeah. You get hooked, right.
That dead goat. My mama can't want that when goat a hang sound there, when reggae come with that, you have to listen it again, You have to listen to how him sound so. And then before long.
Official, pick up yourself, bro.
So I still the question was asked by one of the
commenters.
Listener, yeah, and that was one of my questions when I just got online. The true definition of the whole thing.
Yes, that one.
Well, what I can say for a fact, when you talk about BUSS, you're talking about some degree of success being experienced by the artist. Because if he's not becoming successful, where he might start to see some money, start the shows in music as well, some money are coming. That's how when they can say him boss. If no money not coming, him no boss yet. So boss by definition, in the first instance, down the road where there is some kind of monetary reward being seen by the artist.
In the first instance, the crowd have to accept him boss.
Yeah. Correct.
But look on it. You know,
without the audience, him can't boss, you know.
I don't want to lie, but I don't remember. But I doubt the day when Buju Banton boss in the book this thing. You know, say, I really wonder.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Buju Banton pants thing in him set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Remember, said the other day when I did the interview with the other day when I did the interview with Singing Melody, he stated that say Winnie Wonder actually hand the mic to
Yeah, man, I remember that.
Word. Huh? Word.
I remember that distinctly. Yeah, man.
Right.
That one boss. That one boss. That are the two examples kind they have.
No, that me consider that exposure. No, I'm just exposing him. Never boss yet.
Man for dead. Man for dead. Man for dead. And him have one next song.
I will agree with that part that we choose still. I'm more like exposure that still.
True that. All right.
Because
you come back to where we started. Yeah. What's the difference between a boss and
baby that.
Yeah. Hello, I am on the interview live.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, so probably mute your mic, you know.
Yeah, real life happen. I just that.
Yeah, man, I just saw it go.
Yeah, man.
It goes back to what we did. I say with Eddie, when you're ready, you can't always unmute. Me just mute you through the background. The noise was kind of high. But we go back to what we say. What is a boss different from
nuts.
Yeah,
nuts. I'm sorry, family. What I want to say is this, right? There are times when words, the definition and meanings of words can be different based on the time frame. Because let me show you this now.
True.
You see in a dancehall now, if an artist go viral, some people are gonna say, "Oh, him boss," like a gully bang, right? A person
would say, "I'm gully bang." It was that him at the time.
I know, but then they will call that boss because of the exposure that he got, and he was viral. So them say that boss, but the money now come in. He never do no music, no shows never that go on. But then they say what? And that video they boss him and this and that. So sometimes even the definition will get a bit mixed up between like the 90s. And the era we in a now.
Thin line.
Yeah. I'll touch you. You the unmute, Eddie.
Eddie still mute?
No. I got distracted with some kids. Hush.
Yeah, man.
A real life in here, my brother.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I totally agree with that part. If you know, see some difference in your lifestyle and with your music and otherwise, you're not boss. You just one of them entertainer that
Don't stop.
Yeah. That's nice.
I have to mute you, Eddie. Yes, so somebody continue the discussion.
Yeah, man. So
Maybe want
when we're talking
attention.
about boss, though.
Eddie, hold on. Me no want YouTube flag because true she's a child, you have to carefully respect
Yeah,
her.
sorry. Let me.
So mute as also to oh him gone. Did I tell him
I
to
could have
just
cut the video,
turn
yeah.
off him camera? Yeah,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, as I was saying though, man, when we are talking about boss, it have to equate to some form of monetary gain and success. You understand? Financial success. And that's the definition of boss. It don't have nothing to do with the amount of exposure where you get. It depends
Right.
upon the amount of money where you make. Because we know for a fact that there were many even reggae artists who Jamaica never hear about them yet. We're talking about Jamaican artists who were making crazy money overseas and nobody never knew about them. Nobody
Yeah.
not hear about them. You
And
understand
some
what I
people
say?
still not hear about them or know about them.
Good. So
But
how you
they're
gonna
out
measure them
there.
one day?
You know how much artists me know where them a do so well in different markets and Jamaica not talk about them, but that don't mean to say them not do the do.
Correct. So
Lord.
here go on nuts. Not because Jamaican people might not know about me as a dancehall artist, you know. If me there Europe and North America and them place there, right? And me I do good and I make money. Me boss, me just not have the exposure to the Jamaican audience. That's all.
But one of the biggest, just to narrow it down a little bit, one of the biggest artists out of Jamaica in terms of DJ that came out of the Alliance camp, am I out there? Remember again, Busy Signal?
Word.
Busy Signal, big than enough
Yeah.
artists what we talk about every day, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
True.
That's a fact.
Big,
True.
you know? But
People remember to like up the live. As you enter the live, 130 now with upon the live and only 33 likes. Like up the live, man.
we
That's
could
the
do
least I
better,
can
man.
do.
Yeah,
Support the
man.
live.
True, man.
We could
True.
do better, man.
Yeah.
For real, man. Busy Signal, big, you know, but the conversations don't include Busy Signal. That not make him no big, you know, that not make him not make money, you know, because only for commercial, me a listen on TV in the United States and a Busy Signal melody, Busy Signal undertone voice. Me I say, John, you know? So,
Yeah, you're right. Busy Signal, Shaquille O'Neal. Busy Signal, Shaquille O'Neal. Every station.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's true. It's true. A lot of artists I make some big sounds, but I make them quietly. If you get
Even
what I mean.
Charlie Blacks. You can't talk to Charlie Blacks over the
Exactly.
Spanish.
Exactly. So sick ink. Pick up yourself in a bro.
Yeah, so not
Well,
so back then, you know, back in the 90s and you know the early time period of dancehall. I mean, the
Yeah.
definition of boss would more be, you know, a man get the exposure, him I put out music now and it get rotation. Because remember that enough of the artists them, you know, big artists, no matter how they did hot, them never did that make no money.
that's not
True.
true.
Look how much
Artists, they
number
appear
one them
people
have
go
and them
and
never did that
sting.
make no money.
Yeah.
True.
Artists, they appear
Because
for them people go and
a
sting.
lot of artists did not go about the music business the wrong way. And a lot of
Well,
especially some are real veterans or older artists in the business. Some of them never read the fine print before
no,
them sign.
and
So,
nuts. That's the reason. Nuts. I'm sorry. That's the reason why sometimes me not too bash them back then. But
right.
now since they are mature individuals, yeah, me will call them out because let me show you this now. Being man and Bounty Killa and them man, the young youth, ghetto youths, them right? Them on
Yeah.
the street as hustlers from them young. They never get no good education. They never have no good social background, so to speak. Them grow rough. So
Yeah.
when them boss no wanna get the exposure, what happened now? People took advantage of their
Right.
level of education and their
Yeah.
level of understanding of what the business is. A lot of our Jamaican veterans were played, and it's sad to say. People took
Right.
advantage of we should say, their ignorance to the
Right.
business of
Right.
dancehall due to their limitations based on
And
their background.
if you realize now there's a change of climate because most of these artists now are artists where get them things straight. So certain things you're not gonna find an artist nowadays that do
No, but
compared to what used to
no,
happen back
but
then.
not.
Yeah,
Not. Just to say a little bit on what Imhotep said. If you check
yeah,
it, all right. an artist came in the game at a young age and got exploited, you're still in the same business for 30 years. What prevented you from get the requisite knowledge in order to fix the situation now?
All right, Big Papa, Choice.
Big up everybody on the live.
Let's
yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Choice, Big Papa. It's about choice because we still see up to today artists, big artists, were in the game for 30 years or almost 30 years, still showing a level of ignorance and a level of illiteracy where you don't expect a little 19-year-old to be displaying. I mean, we just call a spade. So
I have something to say about that.
Yeah, so it depends on the person's development as well, and the need. If the person see the need at the time to go at people, he might never see the need. Or sometimes a man might see the need at that time and just decide to go. But sometimes it's based on their ability to say, yo, protect them own music, learn the business as well, and then let them move as it relates to securing them intellectual property content.
So as it relates to where I say a while ago, yes, and the whole exploiting thing, and them lack of knowledge of the business and all of that. I think that got right across the board because at the time when them in the ghetto and whatever, them never have nothing. So them not no leverage, basically. So them have to sacrifice piece or something to get to where them there. You get me again?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So more than necessarily say they were exploited at business.
But that is what happened though, right, Cash? We can agree. That is what occurred.
Yeah, it occurred in some situation.
Exploitation took place.
But we want to put it right across the board.
Both are your rights, you know. Both are your rights still. Because even if you buy a fridge for $1, but a good working fridge for $1, it's still business. The something no the money no evaluate are add up to the product, but are still business. It's called business. So
let me tell you why I would say it's exploitation, Cash, right?
Yeah.
Artists, big artists, music out there, right? And say him have one CD a sell. The CD a sell for $1. And for every dollar where the CD they sell, he might get 2 cents from it and a fee music. The labels them I get 50%. You have other marketing agents I get 25% and whatever. And the artists who are film content I get less than everybody else. And that is something that happen in the industry for years all over the place.
Yeah.
That is exploitation.
But watch out now, you better forget 2 cents out
of that. A loaf of bread is better than none.
Yeah, don't forget nothing at all. That me I say. Because you say exploiting. So basically you say it wrong then. Me no look funny like that.
Hold on there. Sass say I don't think it's exploitation because when you start a new business, there's never any true gain within the first year or two.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, some would say exploitation.
Well, me wouldn't really compare like a new business with even, the business of dancehall because it's a bit different. Starting a new business, most people, them have to find like the capital for themselves. In a dancehall and through the industry, you will have labels who will front you certain money, even marketing, to put the music out there and them something there. So even from the get-go, you are in the red. You understand what I say? In terms of the amount of what is being spent, and that's the reason why when we look at even some of our bright artists overseas and the songs them now hit, so to speak, is because the amount of money that it's gonna take to have those songs on rotation and have them on these platforms. Not even $250,000 can do it. That's how the game is. And $250,000, that's a lot of money. And that now gonna get your music for even spin so regularly.
Dalton Richard say, see what going with Vegas and VP. Who notice a VP Vivo keeps on uploading intense song them after him upload them.
Oh wow. I didn't even realize that. And then talking about
I never realized
Vivo
that
Nash.
either.
Nuts. Talking about
Yeah.
Vivo, right?
Yeah.
Talking about Vivo, most of these artists should even step away from the Vivo and create their own platforms because
Vivo is a separate entity.
most of, all right, look at Vivo. Isn't that exploitation? Vivo, I get what? Almost 60% or 50% of the proceeds, and the artists, they did not get that.
But the Vivo, well, it depends. If you want a Vivo, you have to know where come with the Vivo still. Because it did a plain and straight before you sign up for it or whatever. It tell you exactly what going to happen. So it's up to you if you decide if you want to go the road.
But one thing we can agree on, though, Cash, is that most of the veteran artists, then, they can all admit that they were exploited. They can all admit. That's
No,
why
but
they must sue.
you know, to go far to see it.
All right, look for Spice. Spice have to put out an album. Spice have to put out an album and call it Liberation, brother.
Call it Emancipated.
Emancipation, which is the same as liberation. Because of the deal that the web that she was in as well. So I'm going to show you some most of these artists now, most of them, if you ask them, they will tell you that they were played and them signed some contracts where in hindsight they would never have signed them. So they were all exploited, still the whole of them.
Yeah, we'll watch it and teach them as bad as things. We'll watch it. We see what the
yeah, man, teach them, man. That consistent, but teach them an old-time DJ. Every elder DJ. That consistent. At some point of that interview, them going to tell you about them exploitations.
Yeah.
And you know, Nats.
Yeah. Sash, me did mute you for a bit because your background did a bit noisy, but when you're ready, you can chime in. You hear it?
Oh yeah, no, I just like 2 seconds. Like why I say it's a business is because look at it like the music, the song, the artist song, that's his product. But does he have the money, the revenue to get it out there? That's why I say it's like a business. It's like you're not gonna there's no true gain within the first couple of years. And that's why when you guys said earlier in the conversation that public notoriety is the start of success. It might not be the top of the ladder, but it's the start because that's how the artist starts. That's his journey into gaining leverage because people start knowing you. Then it's like, oh shit, let me start listening to him. Then by that, then he starts gaining organic fans and then he could start building from there. So it's like success is not always first deemed, to me, and this is just my opinion, by monetary gain. It's just people knowing you, then you start from there and then you just gradually build up. Now the public notoriety that you're getting, yes, that's your first gain within the first couple of years of the quote unquote business. Then from there now, you the artist will gain leverage because when you start a business, do you have money to fund your own business? Oftentimes we don't. We go to the bank for a loan, and that's why we go to these companies to sign deals and stuff like that. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, because that's why I'm saying any business because I'm saying enough restaurant over here start up and less than 2 months them shut down because
Big Papa
business.
sorry.
I'm mute you.
More. Put on.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamon, me never hear what you say.
No, may I say, as what she has said, she right, because I see enough restaurant open up and by less than 2 months them shut down. Because at least 25,000 have that put on somewhere. Because you don't know how you're gonna pay the work first month.
Right, for real.
So what she talk about true.
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree with her as well from a business perspective. I just think also that there's a difference in the dancehall environment from a regular business environment because, so for argument's sake, a restaurant to run, right? You have to factor in your rent and your staff and your food, whatever. Means of production, you have to factor that in. But you have to also depend on the customers. You get what I say? Yeah. So it's all dependent on the customer, the people who are come to buy your thing. As a dancehall artist now and you get a BUSS, it means what? You have the market share there. You understand me? I say you have the market share there already, and you start to see it in the numbers in terms of how much money are coming, how much shows you get, the rotation where you get on the radio and them something there. So you see, a business in its first year can, or most models, it's designed whereas the first year don't even think we're making no profit. A dancehall artist getting a bus, once him get the bus, so to speak, money are gonna start flow. You understand what I say? So it's a bit different in terms of a commercial
Yes,
business.
but that's what I
No,
said. No, wait, not to cut you because I can't really stay too long, guys.
no,
But that's what
no
I
much.
said when when I think Big Papa had made the comment to say about the whole gatekeeping thing, and I think I rebutted and said I don't think there's so much gatekeeping now because of how prevalent social media is now and how an
True,
artist can use it now.
Their
true.
So
advantage.
why you may not need, so now there's more resources. So yeah, you might not need the 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 public the record deals to get notoriety because then you can go on Instagram, TikTok, all these things to get public notoriety and then use that to your success. So it's just depending on how you use the resources around you. Because you could use $1 to make $1,000, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's just that I tend to look at both angles of the dancehall spectrum, like in the 90s, early 2000, when social media wasn't that prevalent in comparison to now. So I tend to compare them back then and now, because now you can use social media and you can bust. You don't need no radio station. You need to go no the dance or be a selector your music. You understand me? I said back then it was totally different. So my position was based on those two time periods.
And Emma, one question I'm always want to ask. All right, take for instance the YouTube and so. Them say, all right, the artists them stop pay them and so. The gatekeeper will come back in it.
Um, no,
You
it
can't
depends
put
because
on social media for export.
We still have gatekeepers, don't get it wrong. But
Yeah.
the gatekeepers them different. It change up, and I like
true.
the gatekeepers them. I like the vloggers them because right now a narrative I do it. It's all about where people them think about you, and if you can spin a narrative, you can do some gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say sometimes the gatekeepers, we wouldn't really say vloggers, we wouldn't call them gatekeepers, because the thing is that you see, gatekeeping is really controlling the flow, right? Gatekeeping in the context of the music is like a man lock you out. So your music now get no play, you now get no exposure. You get what I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
No, when you look at vloggers now, I wouldn't put
No,
them
that's
in
a
that category.
byproduct of gatekeeping. That's not gatekeeping. That's a byproduct of gatekeeping.
Word. So you see, back in the days when there was gatekeeping, say here go on now. If certain people don't like you, your music now go nowhere. You will get the disc jockey, right? The music to play, and then now the people who are call the shots as to what go up on the airwaves, that they record, they sit down there for weeks and months.
And you would
And
have conquer what Scatter said in his live that he did the other day, Imhotep.
word.
Yeah, as it
Sometimes
relates to if you not have certain association back then in the music, you're just not reach nowhere.
but even back then, sometimes the record even get produced in the first place
Yeah,
because no producer
nepotism.
now I'm producer. Yeah, no producer
Nepotism.
now no producer now I'm producer because you see it. Yeah, I think with this man and you see it. So if the
Yeah,
song even get produced in the first place, if
right.
yeah, it,
Glassford writes say from Tennessee them time and nitty gritty them time, you can realize that the liberty don't write too much injustice.
yeah.
Sitting have to go through, people have to go through sitting for them learn still. And then we
True.
can't to bash the older artists them because they had to go through this for this crapper artists
To
to
stop, right? And for these
True.
artists to get it right, are
to
in
Al-
a
learn.
better way, better way, better stance.
Also, them back in idea artists did just have to work with what them have at the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
True.
And
no yeah.
may I go back to one long topic on that I have already, but the biggest dancehall song in the world, and I think could this say what the Bob Marley, right? One Love.
That's not dancehall.
That's another answer.
No, man, you
That
know
can
what
be
I mean?
reggae.
Reggae?
Yeah. The biggest song out of Jamaica. Put it away there.
Oh, okay.
I would have said the Bob Marley.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason, there's a song from what? Early 80s? Early 90s? That song play on TV, no care where you go. Jamaica, England, no care where you go in the world. That song play, and I think everybody know that song now.
What,
So I would
Electric
say
Slide
that was,
Master Griffiths?
huh?
Electric Slide Master Griffiths?
No, man, they play every day. Every day. Sunday to Sunday. That's the only reggae song I play. Sunday to Sunday, pan. Every. No care which part of the world you go. We could
Okay,
have
yeah.
go Mars. Huh?
Which song that?
Bad boys, what you got to do. That's the only song.
In a circle.
Disagree
I
with
will
that.
respectfully
No,
disagree
man,
because
which
here go
day
on
it
now.
not play? Tell me which
No,
day.
what I'm saying is that you see
Yeah.
Bob Marley song One Love, even at the Middle East you go. You
That.
hear them song they play, and them man they are Muslim man at them place there. They talk about
Even
Lebanon, Jordan.
Even
them place there.
recently.
Good.
Even
You
recently.
will see
All of them.
you will see them man the song a play because One Love, One Heart is even like a political slogan for enough people, enough
That me I try and
movements
show you.
worldwide. You get what me I say? So
Recent-
even at the Middle East, yeah man, Bob Marley that song they dominate. You know go hear bad boys about this.
Yeah, man.
No, man, what may I say? It play upon every TV station, every look here where you go.
In a circle.
That a one song we play every day.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying in terms of the demographics, right? If it go in the Middle East, Bob Marley One Love is gonna be more prevalent. It's gonna play more than Bad Boys. Trust me. So it depends on the demographic again.
Here, Imo. When me I work at the post office, you know, right? Suppose you hear the Indian them, because mostly Indian work over there. And suppose you hear them sing Bad Boys from start to finish. Oh, we watch this every day. Me I talk man who come from Israel, Iraq, also. What name Kakas Khan or white one name?
Oh, you talk Afghanistan?
No,
man.
No, man.
Kurdistan and
Qatar?
Yeah.
Pakistan. Yeah.
The man not even know English, and I hit me ear my sing. Say, every day we watch this on TV, 12 midnight, every day.
But
there's
a whole program on TV with that theme song there, you know.
It's called Cops. It's called Cops.
Yeah, that movie that come out every day, so I know
Cops bring it.
Yeah.
But the Bob Marley One Love still is a universal song. It's more of a universal song than that, for sure.
Bob Marley One Love.
One Love.
Different.
Political movements, feminist movements, religious movements. Everybody use that as a liberation song. So you know, it's the most powerful and the most influential song in the world. One Love.
Yeah, man. And enough people don't know the second verse. Don't know a line of the second verse.
Then just know the first part, brother. The first part, and that's it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Why?
Imhotep, you want to start your topic? Or
no, not you know. So the reason couldn't really go off in it still, you know. Yeah, no problem, man. Because you know, so we
gatekeeping. We can turn anywhere now.
Yeah, man. So
we
have
to talk about Bounty Killa. We have to talk about Bounty Killa
now. So
we have to talk about Bounty Killa. Because Bounty Killa is somebody where I have met personally as a little youth.
You sure say somebody?
Well on, yes, because listen, Big Papa, I met Rodney Price. This way when you see now are the person where you see, the little character where you see where behave certain ways, that's Bounty Killa. There's a difference. You get what I say? When I met Rodney Price at say 14-year-old, them time the Bounty Killa and Beanie Man and run the place. He was very humble. Him alone. Them time them a drive and black Acura. Him alone. Right? We live a Waterhouse. And we fan him down and them something. And the man stop and the man ends off with we and him a reason with we and them something there. You get what me I say? The man drop a little food and every man can get a 5 bills. Me I talk about probably about 30 man there, you know. And every man can get a 5 bills and you say, you know, say left a little food them time there. You get what me I say? And from that day onwards, me respect him as a person because him stand up and him reason with me and you know like a real youth. You get what me I say? So I always respected him from that time. But the more mature me become now, I see certain characteristics when I display. You know, me kind of look at them and say, all right, here go on now. You have the character and you have the person. Because enough people will tell you, you know, say, yo, if you know a Bounty Killa in a person, some people will say, boy, him tear down people and him beat enough people, bad, whatever. But you will have others who will say, what? If you get to know a Bounty Killa, is a different person than what you see out there. So, no, what I'm saying, some people will say that, family. We can't deny that. That's the reality.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I say?
Even when you drop a vlog about Bounty, I got have the Bounty people.
Just same resonance. Just
like
how
tell me about my general. So anyway, you take it, you got him have him supporters.
Just like no, you have people out there who are not looking at his actions and say, well, it was not called for, it was unethical for him to say. People are saying, well, he never have to go at the funeral, he never obligated to go to the funeral. Right. So even the narrative, people will try to change to suit their position because at the end of the day, nobody is compelled or obligated to go on nobody's funeral. But how it is handled in terms of his responses, that's how enough people are talking about. The argument should not be if him go at the man funeral or not, because you know he's not obligated to. But at least he could have left those utterances that were a bit condescending and divisive. So, just leave it. But again, no, it shows him still have a level of immaturity. Love him or hate him, it still is. You have to call a spade a spade. But him still have a level of immaturity.
Age don't make you mature. Huh? What was his reason? What was his reason for not going to the funeral?
All right. First thing, the first interview, Big Papa, right? His position was that the people them are said, oh, Merciless kill the three of them. So his position was based on where the people are say according to him. And this is a man who say him not take program. But conveniently now, him allow the people them were out there in the space according to him. Because at the end of the day, a couple little vloggers or a couple people attack should not determine if you go to a man funeral or not. It's up to you, based on your experience with that person there, if you respect the person or not. You get what me I say? Because me can rate you, Big Papa. You think say if a million people say, yo, don't go, me, I go say what? Because the million people say, so me not go. No. So me I tell you, say he allowed the public persuasion to influence in decision making. That's what him say as an excuse. And then now him go all the way to Cayman. 16 years you go to Cayman. You a flag bearer of a Jamaican dancehall. Bounty Killa, Beanie Man, them a flag bearer of a Jamaican dancehall. And you go to Cayman as a flag bearer of a dancehall and make those utterances against a fellow dancehall artist who has transitioned. Listen me. We don't have to take no side in this. We have to just look on it as a right is right, wrong is wrong. Morals are morals.
The bit when that I heard him saying about name pan grave or face pan grave. What else?
No, the part that he's talking about is the fact say I think is it inside
the house.
Yeah, inside of the inside of the what? They call it a what? They call it a
mural.
Mausoleum kind of thing.
A mural inside it.
Good. So so apparently them face the unite. But at the same time, if a man transition, them are gonna use him greatest moments as memories. So nothing wrong with that.
Maybe me and you are think different, because if your picture in it now, but very soon you'll be going in one, you know. And that is something we can't delay, we can't put aside. So your picture gone in it.
No, but me I got be the one to say, maybe him never want him picture in the door. Maybe him feel how we are feet in there. So we can't look here. You have to understand, say, everybody different in them own right. Me not pick up the Bounty, don't get me wrong. But me I say, maybe him feel a way if you know say one grave where somebody dead are going on, them actually painting picture, even though me think him take it out of context because out of respect why them would have do it.
And that's I totally agree with you on that one, and I will stand and agree with Bounty Killa on that one too. But that was never his rationale or his reasoning.
One of these days,
right,
Jesus will come and tell
you understand me? I say, you see, if Bounty Killa did come forward and say, boy, them diss me like that, I would agree with him and I say, yo, you can't do that because at the end of the day, you're supposed to ask the man permission to even do that. You understand me? I say, you understand me? I said that should never have been done. I totally agree with that, but that is not his reason for his growth. And him even expose himself in a Cayman when he went on a rant. I mean, that's just
wasn't called for though.
No, it's not a good look. It's not a good look for somebody where 1 month ago after some fest put out article and say, oh, immature and them.
Never like that.
Well, Imate.
Yes.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna ask you something.
Yeah, but you are ask.
if you say something about them kind of people that them flag your thing, me know that kind of ban, right? But if the word no comments, that word the ban too?
No.
Because if me not go somewhere for 16 years, you can't ask about nothing else. Me want to talk about where me there and the concert.
Right.
Want ask him what?
And my next move.
Want ask him what type of question? Eh?
Yeah, man, Cash, you there?
Yeah, so earlier I talk about the character and character separate from the person. And so
yeah,
I mean I tell us I disagree with that. You see, so I say, all right, bam. What do you say immature? Who get mature? The character or the person?
Well, the maturity should come both ways in a family.
But I understand. But the character, who are the character? The Bounty Killa, the cross.
The Bounty Killa.
All right. And he's supposed to be this cross, angry, miserable person.
So that's
right?
correct. So that's the character.
Yeah.
Yes.
So wasn't that the character that was displayed in Cayman? Cross, angry, something.
Yes.
Bounty Killa that. So
yes, I agree. But guess what? You see, when it comes down to our actions and our utterances, it should be justifiable as well, right? Good. So no because I cross angry miserable, it means that all the time I just cross angry miserable. It should be justified.
But I
should be logical.
But it could have been I character that.
Yeah, but hold on, but it's still wrong. It's still wrong. What
no,
I'm say?
No,
when I'm Merciless grave.
wrong.
That nothing wrong with that.
I saw him feel.
No, but is it honestly? Is it right?
Real? If Bounty
Is
Killa
wrong? But in a wrong either.
What I'm saying. My sister, whose artist is Bounty Killa, come to defend him artist. Kim well.
No, me not think Killa need no defense, but it always boggles my mind how people find it necessary to discuss what a man should say or do, but this person shouldn't express himself how he knows to express himself. We all express ourselves differently. Everyone on this panel will express themselves in a way that someone else will disagree with.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that Merciless has died, and the biggest takeaway from this man's passing is who didn't attend, and how Bounty Killa has reacted or has been reacting is ludicrous. Like, how great was Merciless? Why aren't people focused on what he has contributed to the genre? I don't know. I'm just behooved. But carry on.
I would like to add because during Merciless's passing on his funeral, the argument was never about Bounty Killa. The argument, even after the funeral, the argument was about some people came out, and these people do not speak for the entire dancehall fraternity. That's the first thing first. some people came out and were saying this and that. They were never even there. So at the end of the day, they don't have that credibility as well. So they were not the spokesperson for the entire dancehall space. But what I'm saying is that when Bounty Killa was asked about it, as a public figure, there are ways that one must conduct themselves, and that's the reality of things.
Do you know what the problem is with people? Is that our expectations are ridiculous. Like, we expect honey from snakes. It will never happen. This is how Bounty Killa expresses
That's
himself.
deep.
If you don't get it, if no one gets it, this is how the man expresses himself.
Okay, so you're saying that Bounty Killa is a leopard where can't change him spot.
I never said that.
But
I never said that. What I said, and I'll repeat what I said.
Yes.
We have this thing about us as human beings where we expect honey from snakes.
Correct.
That won't happen. Until Bounty Killa changes who he is, he will be who he is.
So would you say he somewhat would have defrauded the Jamaican public even with the new and different Bounty Killa that he came out with? I'm a man now. I'm not a child. I'm not stupid again. Whatever they do, the crime stop something.
Facts.
Would you say that was a blatant lie told?
No, Big Papa. See, when we dislike someone, we speak accordingly. When we like someone, we speak accordingly. That's just universal. I'm 47 years old, and I'm changing every day. There are things that I've promised myself, like how I will behave. But as a human being, we do what we do until we can do better. Now, if you are more superhuman than anybody, where you can just snap your finger and change, kudos to you. But that is not the real world, my darling.
No, I know that's not the. But he said it. It's not you.
Yes,
it's not
said
him
it.
saying to Kim, I am going to change. I am not going to walk down this path again.
Correct.
Is that he came out in commercials.
Even that Big Papa, when he must say all of that, me personally don't know what I mean by all of that. I don't know what
Let's up to Orlando. Give me 1 second. Bless up to Rick Storm TV for the super chat sticker. Bless up yourself, bro. Can continue.
Hey, boy, Richard.
Everybody are complaining about Bounty Killa not being at the funeral, or Bounty Killa not showing him present, or giving the right attribute to Merciless. What more I know is a lot of people know the friendship of Merciless and Bounty Killa have not just the music industry, because there's a reason like people now have real life outside of music. And when people sit down and pray, like we would sell for the right yes and reason, not sit down and pray certain things to more time. We can't, it's like we have to say it's a Bounty Killa obligated to please we or please the audience to go represent Merciless.
No, we don't have a problem with him.
No, family, I don't think that was an issue. That was never even an argument.
What Bruce is referring to, I think that's Bruce, is that since Merciless died, when I look at like what is recommended to me on YouTube as it pertains to Merciless, it's primarily about who didn't go. And people were referring to Bounty Killa and Demon. And
that's why Bounty Killa give up the reaction.
It's
and that's why Bounty Killa give the reaction to the voice note where people hearing because the mindset of people are like it is obligated. Like them are demands, demand.
Well,
everybody a human being.
Yeah, but that's
every single body a human being.
Yeah, but you have to understand, hold on. Bruce, you have to understand, say, in
everything, fans are going to say what them need to say or say what they have to say.
No, I understand
not. Them people are not fans. Because tell you what, Merciless not sell nothing, him not sell nothing, him not make no money. So them are not fans. Them are just chat about.
No, but okay, Kim, I totally agree with you.
Everybody can talk. Hold on. Everybody can talk one time. Sash, go ahead.
Okay, so Kim and Bruce, yeah, I agree with you. Like, he has a choice. Yes, he has a choice to express himself how he wants to express himself. Totally agree with that. But when you put it out in the public, it is left up for people to discuss the morality of his speech. And this
Yeah,
is what, exactly
Sasha,
what
no,
we
so
are
me never
doing.
speak on the morality card.
But that's
This
what
how
we're
it,
speaking on,
what,
though. But that's what we're speaking. That's what we're speaking on. Yes, he had a
no,
choice. He didn't choose to
but
go, and
Sash,
that's his choice. He has that choice. He chose
Sash,
not to
if
go.
we there to
No,
go
Bruce,
speak
you're
on
not
thing on
listening. You're not
morality.
understanding,
Bruce,
though.
allow the
Yes,
lady to speak now, brother. We are run
yes,
with
he had a
orders.
choice
Allow
to
her to
go.
finish the wish
Wait,
bro.
he had a choice not to go based on their relationship. That's fine. We understand it. You didn't go because you're the man not top. That's completely fine. But when you put yourself out there as a public figure, you will leave your comments and you leave your presence, whatever you say out in the public, up for moral discussion, and that you cannot blame people for discussing the morality behind his speech. You cannot do that. People can't do that.
Here morality.
All right. Rick Storm TV saying that I have no issue with Bounty Killa not going to the funeral. I just have an issue with how he respond to the critiques, disrespectful and uncalled for.
All right, that's
Listen,
all we are saying.
listen. Before Bounty Killer even made that speech, now how did he get there? True or false? Before he made that speech, whatever he said, people did a talk about Bounty Killer not going. So it's not like Merciless dead
But
dead
hold on,
yesterday.
but hold on. But
And
listen, let me
Bounty
tell you
Killer
something.
wake up today and make the speech. Like people are talk like
Yes, but I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry to interrupt you, right? The two of the most or two of the loudest voices that we heard were also Bounty Killers, people who do not see eye to eye with him, or he would have had issues with them in the past, right? We saw Tony Mataran come forward and burn a fire. We see Ricky Trooper come forward and burn a fire. Their videos went all over the place. Then we saw other people on board. We, from the get-go, was saying that, well, you know, if they're part of a fraternity, just like how you have police and military and teachers and blah, 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 you know, the right thing to do is to attend even though you're not obligated to. That's fine. That's fine. Him couldn't make it. That's fine. The issue, I think, where he's getting the backlash in the public domain, his response to the questions. That is where the real issue is, because any critical thinker will say, all right, he could have just said, listen, I couldn't make it, and, you know, it is what it is.
No, but
full stop.
But Imhotep, just say, go back to where you said when we done this. All right, there was two artists, two people, named that was bantered about not attending the funeral, which would have been Beenie Man and Bounty.
And Bounty.
Why
Yes.
when this happened now, a Bounty Killer alone I get the backlash? Because he responded.
Facts.
Action to reaction.
Facts.
Beenie Man not said nothing yet. And Beenie Man name is so slowly being
So,
taken
Big
out of the
Papa,
conversation.
Big Papa, him not have a right to respond.
Yes, he has a right to respond, but if he
Him not have a right to
respond,
express
people are
himself.
going.
He have a right to respond, but there's a right and wrong. Well,
But not in a condescending way, though.
Love where you catch yourself.
Not in a condescending way. It's not
right,
necessary. It's not
There's a right
to be
and wrong
condescending.
in everyone eyesight, you know.
No.
It's right
It's
and wrong
no.
to teach and
Family.
everyone know who tell themselves the Bounty Killer don't have it as the name of the right.
Family. There are some things that are absolute. Okay? There is no gray area. Right? And what we are saying is that some things are just inappropriate and uncalled for. There is no two ways around it, and we can beat around the bush with it. We just can't escape it. Some comments you cannot justify because it is just blatantly uncalled for. It is condescending, and it was totally irrelevant to be said. And I'm saying he put himself in that position based on his utterances. That's all it is, family.
Two our biggest artists not attending them co-worker funeral. But it at end, we only want to get back. Why?
Big Papa, I don't think it should narrow down to just the two artists. I would have said that on numerous occasions, people can attest to that. Because I think the fraternity is big. I mean, I say, the man work with producers, he work with other musicians, he work with engineers. those persons weren't in attendance either.
Facts,
So
but
I
not.
think it just narrowed down to only a Bounty and a Beanie. But what I am saying in relation to Bounty Killa, is in utterances, we just feel like it's a time and place, brother.
Simple.
All right, question. What do we care about the most? That Bounty Killa said what he said, or that a legend has died? And what have we done for Merciless since he has died? Besides talk about what he said and he didn't show.
No, what is there for you?
It just when I got and then
hold on. Seriously, this man is an artist with music that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say what is there to do, I don't understand the question there.
No, what is the art? Art for me, right? I was in Jamaica a couple days ago, right? And the amount of Merciless me have now, so I don't know where you're talking about.
But Kim, I think you're taking the reasoning to a different route though, with asking that question. Because we are pretty much, talking about what transpired. We're not going hypothetical and said, what are we doing or what can be done? We are talking about what transpired in terms of Bounty Killa's utterances. And I really wanted to stay there.
Do you know what's sad? Since Merciless is passing, I haven't learned anything about him.
Well, that's a choice on you, right?
You want to know something about him?
The onus is on Kim if she wants to learn or know more about Merciless to go and do her research.
Correct.
Correct. Not on me or anybody else to say at them I go put forth or bring it on a platter to you.
Which is factual. But when a great artist pass on, I'm telling you, the platforms where go slather with this is what he did and this is what he was about and blah 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 blah. But
Merciless.
All on the people, 170 persons on the live, and the live not even reach 100 likes, 55 likes. So
please tell them, please tell your viewers, right? This is an algorithm-based platform. So they respond to the amount of likes and the interaction. So that's needed in order for them to send traffic on them. So they like up the thing.
Right.
Yeah. Nuts.
Yeah.
As somebody has said, as what she has said, since him dead. Tabby Diamonds is a bigger artist than Merciless. Me not see what she talk about them display about Tabby Diamonds neither.
And then how many artists didn't show up for his funeral?
How much can ask about Tabby? Because I know Tabby very good and all the things are going with Tabby. How much people in the industry want to see no uproar come out about Tabby Diamonds? Brother, on the two hypocrite, brother.
Hold on.
Yes,
there was.
Arguing here.
There was.
Reason we are argue. Listen, not to me say no hypocrite meaning I argue.
Yeah,
that's the general public.
No, but that's personal family. What we're saying, let us reason.
And I'm gonna behave them weird.
Let's reason about the argument.
I have no problem, but I will not tolerate it here. That's all I'm saying.
Let's talk about the substance and not any advertisement.
We're having a discussion.
Yes. And we can respectfully disagree. That's fine.
No, of course, nothing is wrong with that.
Let me tell you something.
You're going to try to disrespect somebody else.
Let me say this. There was more outrage towards what happened to Tabby Diamond than this. Big time.
Yeah.
Unless you guys are not observing the space. It was a national outrage for Tabby Diamond.
But the backstory for Merciless. Merciless, I know just when death, Remember, it was out there a long time that these individuals, the two individuals, was a contributing factor why his career plummeted, among other things,
Facts. Because
this way we are make up, so there's a story that these accusations or these assertions are being built on, factual or perceived.
But Big Papa, even Scatterborrell come on him say him two-piece, and them man an industry insider, and him a tell you, Mr. Vega say guess what? If you are certain man and a friend, and the producer them link you up with the hot rhythm, and the man them a say, oh, them if such and such man they on the rhythm, them now go on it. So what you think one when a producer want him rhythm to go out there? He might go bypass such and such man because the man them say them now vice pan it if such and such man accompany it. And we cannot deny it, but that's the past. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about the present situation, what transpired. You get what I'm saying? It still just look away. His utterances still show that this is someone that is what? That is still bitter for whatever reason.
So, I can answer a question.
Yeah, man, family.
The problem is, Bounty Killa come out and talk about the picture, the something on the grave, right? And him talk about chucking a grave business, right?
No, he not talk about the picture.
No, he didn't say anything about the picture on the grave.
Not.
No, he did not.
Or say anything about
William said, "Me not get fully William said about the grave.
People came out and said stuff about the picture in the grave and said that is what he had a problem with. But me not hear it from Bounty Killa mouth that a feel problem.
All right, nuts. What Bounty Killa say before me not say anything else?
Maybe I have to go back and listen to it.
No, I mean, I can chime in, nuts. I can chime in. The first interview, right after Merciless was buried, you know, as I said before, there were people saying, boy, as a man where he was a part of the industry and his one fraternity, more people should have come out. Bounty Killa and Beenie Man were highlighted. They were not the only ones who were called out. Most of the people them say more people from the industry should have come out, and Bounty Killa and Beenie Man too. All right, fine. Those were the names who were highlighted. Bounty Killa was asked about it, and his response was that him not go because people are say Merciless killed the three of them or whatever, and the highlight of the funeral is going to be how Merciless killed the three of them as Sting or whatever. That is the narrative he came out with. Fine, he got some pushback out there, right, from people to say, well, from a moral perspective, this was not like statesman-like. This was very distasteful for you to say it. Because if you don't go, you don't go. Nobody now say you have to go.
Nobody can beat you to go.
Good. The second interview is really what really annoyed people as well. Because the second interview in Cayman, you're going to a show that was totally unnecessary. I am not telling him how to speak, but that was totally unnecessary the way it was conveyed. Because the way it was conveyed, there's only one way to interpret it.
No, so I'm saying from the interview, I came on.
Him say him a bad man and him not go the Merciless funeral because my Merciless never did no friend.
Yeah,
and people like chuck off the Merciless grave. And this is a Merciless who Merciless last social media post was wishing Killa happy birthday. That was Merciless last social media post.
People are not friends. All right, that will affect people as Bounty Killa say, yo, me and him are not friend. Me not going funeral. So go chuck up my grave. But that offend people, right?
It not affect people because I just a person say it. You know, remember Bounty Killa we are talking about. We are talking about somebody represent dancehall, brother. So you can't just say
him represent dancehall.
Right.
So, is he lying there? So when him say, yo, him and him are not a friend.
You know, matter whether or not he's lying, bro. And that is what you're not getting.
But my question is, more out one question. How were they enemies? How they became enemies? Tell me now.
Me and you don't know that.
No. But you say you are supporting Bounty Killa's position. So on what basis are you supporting his argument? Let's reason this out now, right? On what basis would you say? Well, Bounty Killa said them are a friend, and you know chances are them are a friend. And me I gotta ask I say on what basis now? Lyrically, you talk about Sting and whatever, you still carry that.
Listen, if Bounty Killa say a dead man cannot speak, so me can't hear Merciless side.
All
so
right.
you see if Bounty Killa come out and say, yo, me and him are a friend. These are the main reason. Most people are telling about man and 2000. The man most understand who Bounty Killa is.
No, but him
and that's the problem right here.
Come down. At 50-year-old, him need to tone down him ego.
Some people will never change, Big Papa. Never.
And family, I agree with you. But guess what happened? One thing out of that interview that hit me the most, and I'm a person like this, family. Me not really tech side. Me not really tech side in a dancehall. Me
It's
look
not a
on
matter of
dancehall.
clicking side, you know. To over there, so speak, we are speak without reality and human and being a human.
No. We are being objective as well. We are being objective.
Exactly.
We are being objective.
Seem like how you strong with your points. Others are going to be strong as well.
What I'm saying is,
learn to understand. So you need to respect other people's opinion, just like how you want people to respect you.
What I'm saying is, nuts and family. The biggest thing for me with that interview that Bounty Killa did in Cayman was when he said Merciless died from drugs. That was one of the biggest things when he said, yeah, man, drugs. Drugs killing.
Part to me.
No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why to me it is. Because when Bounty Killa can say him a merciless and a friend and whatever, fine, we can accept that. But when he's going to say he died from drugs when there is no toxicologist report, nothing is in the public domain to say or indicate that. Why would Bounty Killa
there was a second
autopsy
that should have been done on Merciless, you know.
Should have. What I'm saying is this.
But did you know that the first autopsy will come out inconclusive? I would believe in the word.
Exactly, but because it's
so when you speak, don't finish now, please. Don't finish what I say. So when I speak, I say, yo, Bounty Killa said that without knowing what I say. The doctors will bury Merciless and the people that pass him don't even know what kill Merciless.
Okay.
So that's why you should say that
Bounty Killa know. So Bounty Killa.
So no fuck shop them say Merciless.
Come on.
Oh, you know say what evidence you have to say the man was
fuck shop Merciless dead.
And I am asking you, yes, your ear said them say. And I am saying to you, hold on. I am saying to you what evidence you have said that the man say that's what the man did there. What evidence? You only attack because you hear people say. How can
I am talking about the drug spot. The drug spot.
Exactly.
The drug
but the evidence don't come up with to discourage them.
Good. So good.
But bro, there's no evidence to agree.
You don't have a point. That means
you don't have a point because Merciless don't even prove that.
You cannot say something where inconclusive. Say attack kill the man when the toxicology report say it is inconclusive, bro.
You can't do that, Bruce. And let me ask you a question. Let's say somebody for you died. This is all hypothetical now. Somebody for you died, right? And that person and your aunt are not friends. But your aunt is going to make the other person's funeral centered around her. To think that 90% of the people at that funeral are not there to mourn that person, but rather than to talk about something that happened 90 years ago. Now you're making the man's death about you to say that, well, we're not going to the funeral because no, the funeral is going to become Merciless kill Bounty. Huh? You cannot put that aside.
Sash, I've had first-hand experience with that. My father dead. My mother was a popular person in a Clarendon, in the same region of Merciless. So. And when my father dead, and Miss Green husband dead, nobody knew his name.
Hold on there. Big up yourself, New York Badness, for the super chat donation. You said dirt Bruce, but I'll allow him to talk because we are having a discussion. Me not go really dirty him, you see me?
So I'm money for dirt.
No, Bruce.
Destruction. We can't.
Hold on. If Bruce, I go respond to what me just say as it relates to that. Me I go take you off of the panel, bro. We have a discussion.
Left that alone.
Yeah, that's so. Okay, back to what I was saying now, because I have to be on and off. One of the main problem is rather than coming out and say, okay, you know what, we support Merciless family, this and the third, we're gonna show up because it's a co-worker. It's a co-worker, but you're gonna say that you're not going to this man's funeral because rather than mourning his death and talking about all the good things he has done in music, the conversation now is gonna be about you, Bounty Killa, you and Merciless. That's gonna be the conversation at the man's funeral, rather than coming together and putting that aside and talking about Merciless and remembering him in a good light.
The new
that is why
Bounty
people are
Killa
arguing. Hold on, Big Papa. That is why people are arguing morals, not the what he said, because he could be a realist. Yeah, he was a realist in saying what he said. Yes, I agree. I give him that. Be real as you want. People are arguing the morals of his statement, not what he said. He could stand on his 2 foot and say that we agree with. If that's how you feel, speak how you feel. But it's the morals of what he said, the underlying tone, that's what people are arguing.
True, Big Papa.
Come on, be realistic now. Be realistic. I stop trying to be a realist. Be realistic. And stop trying to be, and stop just looking at it as a statement. Oh, me not go become my brother at all. Stop looking at it as just
and
that.
this man depict himself as new and different, changed individual numerous times.
Big Papa, this is a brand ambassador for one of the biggest companies in Jamaica. This is a brand ambassador for dancehall.
Crime Stop. I think you do something for Crime Stop one at a time.
Good. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. There's some degree of morals where we, the people, don't expect as well. Yes, we can sit here all we want and say, oh, he's this and he's that. There's a reason why he's brand ambassador for Digicel. Because they saw the importance of this person. So it's up to him now to be a man and display the maturity he espouses as well. And stop depending on people out in the space to run to his defense all the time, even when he's wrong. He needs to move up and say, here what, there's a level of maturity now. I'm over 50 years old now. I am not the person I was 20 years ago. We all can do that sometimes in life.
Right now, I bet if him because Aishana, because the last time me hear him use the maturity line was when the Aishana little back and forth with him. I bet if him said, no, I'm not a customer, because this is the new Bounty Killa, something. What the new there?
And this is why I don't have expectations of people, because even me feel myself sometimes. I think they're going to sit and say, well, this is expected. I'm pretty sure Digicel know of Bounty Killa's history in past, blah, blah, blah. And them still appear him to promote them. So now if them see something and say, no, man, this is not of our character. We don't agree with this. Drop him. Then that's on them, because a business, them a conduct. But my thing is this, like, even me being a supporter of Bounty Killa, but never once yet sit down and say, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Because he has said worse. Like, no, honestly, he has said worse. Like, let me tell people this all the while. Me not have no expectations, because listen, when you have expectations, this is where you end up being disappointed. Bounty Killa has never ever once disappointed me.
And that's why there's a difference between the type of people out there. Some people, they base their support and respect of an artist based on character as well. It's not only the music. So while we might be different people, you might be a loyal fan, and irrespective of what he does, if he needn't go kill 2 people tomorrow, he must still your general, that's fine. There are people out there who will disagree with that.
1 second then. New York, the super chat donation. I'm not even going to read that still, but bless up. You can continue.
Say that again, Virgin. You said something about if him killed somebody or whatever. Say that again.
I am saying there are people out there, it doesn't matter. No, hold on. I'm saying there are people out there who support Bounty Killa, and no matter what him do, them still are going to defend him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying there are people out there as well. We will support artists based on the character they display as well. So there are just different types out there, and I respect your position because you are different from me. If I support an artist, right, and me see him, I go say certain things, I do certain things. If it's wrong from all angles, it's just wrong for me. I'm not gonna defend or try to defend the indefensible, but there are people out there who will do that. That's fine.
It's what is wrong, and I just keep it moving. Like, people do in general, people do allow these artists to disappoint them. I've never been disappointed by any artist because personally I don't know them. Like, I've been with myself and I know myself for all these years, but I don't know myself totally because some things I do and say I surprise myself. when I look at people, I look at myself. When I look at myself, I look at people. We are humans. And as humans, we're just going to do and say things that's not always going to be pleasing.
No, but
This
Kim.
is not all my expectations. Honestly, I don't.
But Kim,
Mm-hmm.
you know, every action or inaction can be justified.
Trust me, and to justify one's words or anything is easy. Trust me.
No, but this is what me I try to get to, where everything can be justified. R. Kelly can come out tomorrow morning and then justify, give a nice speech and justify what he's been doing.
He did say he was molested when he was young and abused and blah blah blah. He did. So you're right, Big Papa.
I mean, look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Talk about excuses.
Like, yeah, but my position is, irrespective of the human element, there has to be a line where morals and ethics. There has to be a line where there's a standard to the thing, irrespective of me respecting this person and me rate them and them I'm an artist. There has to be a level of morality and ethics that is displayed that will me say, yes, me love the level of maturity where my artists are dealing. Because the things that were said, majority of Jamaicans are critical thinkers will say what? It wasn't called for, it was condescending, it was untoward. He never have to say what he said.
Two people, and Beenie Man take the clash with Merciless more, to me, harder than Bounty Killa. Like one time him say, him a sue Merciless, you know? For saying kill him, you know?
Word.
And Beenie Man hear the whatever in the media, the social media, and keep quiet. It turned on Bounty Killa because he was the one who responded. Now that he responded and is getting the backlash, we can't take it off of him. Actions and reactions.
It's the way he responded. Not wrong if he responded, Big Papa. It's just what he said. That is the problem. Because at the end of the day, there is a level of discipline. You will never hear a politician, right? God forbid, if Peter Phillips or Portia want to drop out tomorrow, Andrew Owens go and go there, and you will never hear Andrew say, boy, me and them are never afraid of, you know. Because guess what? There's a level of respect that is shown, and there's a way in which one must conduct themselves, especially when they are public figures and public servants. And that's just what some of us are saying. I expect other people to say, well, blah, 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 that's fine. But I am just saying that there is a particular way in which he could have dealt with it much better and from a more humane perspective.
All right, question for you. If Bounty Killa is displaying his true self, he's aggressive, he's arrogant, he's disrespectful. If that is his true self, are you asking him to be a hypocrite and be someone else?
He said after some fest, he's matured. It's a different Bounty Killa. He said that.
And before that,
Let me say this and then go on mute so I can have my dinner. Do you know that when you develop a habit, like Bounty Killa is like half century, when you develop a habit, sometimes it takes 2 lifetimes to get rid of the habit there now.
Yeah, and that's the reason why. Remember, you know, it's human nature.
I want to change. I am going to change. 2016, me commit to changing and being a better human being, being this, being that. I'm still working on it. And I know I have years more to work on it. I'm not even going to come out of the moral police because at 47 years old, I think me can say I've never said or done anything immoral. And then I'm going to say, oh, Bounty Killa, you know what? That's like not cool. I'm the moral police. No, lots of us are Bounty Killers. Some of us are hypocrites with it. Probably
but none of us are here saying that we are perfect. None of us are not saying that. None of us are saying that. So the hypocrisy tagline is not applicable to us because we did not come to say we are holier than thou. We never said that. None of us said that.
But what you're saying that the imperfect can correct someone else that's imperfect. Okay.
I am not saying
we're not
that, and this is
correcting, we're
not a
just
correction.
talking. We're discussing it.
This is not a correction. We're not trying to correct Bounty Killa here. We're having a discussion about the matter. The intent of the discussion is to highlight, and we can analyze and have difference of opinion.
The only person that seems to be a priest on these YouTube streets is my view. Nobody else. I know something there. I know we are chastising him and you have sinned and you come for get rid of your sin. It's just that what he said, Rob,
like honestly, the Bounty Killa that I know, like I don't know exactly what he said. I haven't heard it, but I hear people talking about Bounty Killa do an interview or whatever. I haven't heard it.
So,
but whatever he said, I can guarantee this.
So you are defending something that you are pretty much ignorant of.
Listen to what I said, and I'll say it again. We cannot live our lives expecting honey from snakes. Bounty Killa tell us who he is. So if Dama come to you and say, listen, we kill people and eat them in a virgin.
But Kim, he telling people about who he is or whatever, it doesn't put or take from the fact that persons can have a discussion about his behavior. He did something and persons are disgruntled about it. Some persons are for it, obviously, because you know him have fun. But you have another set of persons who are not for it and will speak out against it. And nothing is wrong with that.
Like if Bounty Killa prove over and over say, yo, mega set things and do things, and I'm sure people.
But Kim, every time Bounty Killa does a certain interview, he speaks about his maturity.
Yeah.
So guess what happened now? The reason why he's facing this backlash is because people were saying what? They expect better from Bounty Killa, we said as he's more mature now. That our input forward out there say he's more mature, he's not the same person he was before.
But his action
is proven.
And this
that's
is
the reason why people are getting the backlash now.
This is why I tell my nieces and nephews, do not have expectations, because you will be disappointed. And this is why I've never been disappointed by any of these people. They don't have the power to disappoint me, because I don't have any expectations.
Yeah, and then now, Kim, there's also the cult of personality. The cult of personality, it doesn't matter what the person does. Once you're a fan, you're gonna stick with that person and you're gonna try to justify everything they do. There's also that cult of personality in the social media space. And we can't deny that it exists. Some artists can't do it wrong.
People who justify bad behavior, from me a little bit, I understand the word justification. No one is out here justifying a good deed or a good thing because it doesn't require justification. So honestly, when you talk about justifying things, it's about bad behavior. Me not justify nobody bad behavior. Because if Bounty Killa do something where do a pussy move, it is a pussy. Bottom line. My point is this again. When we get up and have expectations, high expectations of low people, who is the crazy one?
So when he delivered.
Hold on before you go any further, Big Papa. Big up yourself, Gaza Uncle, for the super chat donation. Him say, Killa is not going to change, just like Donald Trump not going to change. Not do you
right
think
there, sir.
Donald Trump will change?
Right, them never would agree with that blow. Right there, sir.
Gaza, say it back.
I really feel like some people on the panel miss the point.
Are you my feel I miss the point, Kim?
No, the thing, man.
But let me hear what you say still.
Disagree,
tell me the point that I'm missing.
But Kim, we are talking about the matter, and you said that you are not 100% knowledgeable about what transpired. You say you hear a couple of things and stuff like that.
The bottom line is it doesn't even matter what he said. Based on
my gosh. Wow.
No, hold on. Based on what people are saying, what he said was bad. He said something that rubbed people the wrong way. Again, Bounty Killa said whole heap of things that rub people the wrong way. So no matter if him said
listen, Peter.
when say I'm just not surprised.
But this is the latest edition to a new and different Bounty Killa. He remember he came out and said he has changed, on more than 3 or 4 occasions, He has said it. He has said it publicly. Him said it in an interview. Him said hard about. And
Big
when you say something
Papa,
and do the opposite,
that change happens overnight.
50 years.
Change is gradual. It's gradual,
Wow.
How easy is it for a drug addict to like laugh?
Kim, it's a lot of
very likely.
Kim,
very likely.
You are going with a lot of hypothetical stuff. Bounty Killa himself say he has changed. That's what we are talking about. The person saying that he has changed.
Okay,
and
so
at the same time, his actions are not reflecting that.
The mother change. Me just believe that change takes time and change can take a lifetime. And because I don't have any expectation, like I'm not Bounty Killa didn't disappoint me in anything that he has said because that's his burden to carry. It's not mine.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if someone says that they change, then you have to what? You have to believe them, or you can disbelieve them, right? But at the same time, you are just pointing out the discrepancy in their statements, because if you say you're mature and you change, but at the same time you're going back to who you were 20 years ago, well, it just goes to show that change is only expressed. What I'm saying is that we are just different people. For you, probably him can't say nothing wrong. That's fine. I respect your position. But for me, if somebody says certain things, I think that if it's wrong, it's wrong.
You keep making these statements that
because
are.
I'm trying to
I'm so sorry,
differentiate
guys,
that we are different people. Yes, we are different people, because you're saying that whatever he says, it doesn't matter to you. That's what you said.
Let me ask you a question. Just to see if you could.
Hold on, let me hear what Sasha said.
I'm so sorry, Nance. I keep having to jump on and off. I'm so sorry. Kim, let me ask you a question. Because let me see if you could understand where they're coming from with the argument. You go into a supermarket, right? And you see another parent, and they say his son or his daughter, and the little boy or little girl is talking to the dad in a certain manner where that's not how you're not trained that way. But when you hear the conversation, you have your eyebrow lifts. Like, what? Wait, hold on. That's kind of what it is right now. Bounty Killa is free to say what he wants to say, but the morals of another person his eyebrows are gonna lift. Like, huh? Wait, Bounty just said that. That is what's happening right now. Literally, that's what's happening right now.
So earlier that guy said Bounty Killa probably can't do nothing wrong for me. Is that what you said?
No, cannot say. No, you said that whatever he says is really not that important to you.
And did I or did I not say sometimes people have high expectations from low people? Did I not say that?
Yeah, you said that.
And what does that
want
mean?
to repeat it?
What do you take from what I said? Let me tell you something. You have people who have fans and them go crazy over them artists. If Bounty Killa do a pussy move, Bounty Killa do a pussy move. Just like any other human being. Because I not see nobody at all above me. Again, I'm going to conclude with this. Not even my mother can do and say nothing to surprise me. Because from a little bit, I have my expectations. Because I see where expectations cause. Expectations can make you lose your life, Expectation is a crucial thing. So again, myself, I have no expectations. So Bounty Killa can never disappoint me.
And I agree with you.
Who can Kim? Can somebody, can any human disappoint you?
Hold on before no go any further. I think Big Papa got talk next. Big up yourself, Rick Stamp, for the super chat donation. Him say right now, Killa may be a pre-Beanie Man neatly as well. Time will tell.
No, but Kim.
Go ahead, no, Big Papa.
Kim.
Yeah.
Can any living human disappoint you? because you have no expectations of them, right?
Let me tell you something, Big Papa. If I, like many people in this world, if I shared my stories and my bounce back, people be like, what? And you're not? No. Me not have, like, I've never been disappointed.
Okay.
Because
Too Great is saying that when people do answer things, we have to hold them accountable. New York Badness, pick up yourself for the super chat donation. Him say, Kim, I understand you 100% because I would not do business with any of my criminal friends. I already know what's gonna happen, so none of them can ever surprise or disappoint me. I know what to expect.
Yeah, and I just want to add really quick, as it relates to what Kim said about never being disappointed. Yes, Kim. Once we understand human nature and we know how mankind operate, when we hear say, well, here go on now, a man walking a mall in America and he might shoot 5-6 people, it's not a surprise because we know say what that's human nature. The argument is, was it wrong or right? Even though it might not surprise us, the essence of the argument is, was it the right thing that was said or done? That's just my position.
Depends, right or wrong,
recently, a close family member though make some moves where people in the family is like, them can't understand it. Some of them are cry tears because them lost. Everybody are come to me like, Kim, why, like, what's your... I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And that's why my stance is this. Bounty Killa is known for all the goodness that he has done. He is known for doing some terrible stuff. Me not gonna come and say, because what me gonna say, I can't believe it. Like, people show you who they are. Bounty Killa is one of those people that come and he sits and he says, listen, my name is Bounty Killa. I'm a talented artist, but I am a pussy wall. So what am I gonna do? Oh my God, I can't believe Bounty Killa said that. That is so immoral. That's wrong, buddy. No, it not surprise me. Me not think me can't ever wake up and somebody say, Kim, Bounty Killa said this. I lie, I tell. Me I gotta believe it. Because him tell people who he is. And he might want to change, because sometimes we get to a point where we want to change. But change can be difficult when you have programmed yourself in a certain way. To undo all that you have done can take a lifetime.
But
So
the actions.
he said he's going to change. He said he's going to... Come on.
But the actions, I understand where you're coming from and your stance, but I'm not saying you're doing it, but his actions cannot be justified. It rub on the moral compass, it rubs people the wrong way.
Anybody try to justify bad behavior and have nowhere in life. Again, my stance is this. Anybody surprised that we're going to
30 have a question to you, Kim. He's asking, so because he's a terrible person, does that mean it should be acceptable?
That's a silly question. Why would you accept that behavior as good behavior? Why would you accept? Like, even right now, me and Bounty Killa don't communicate. Do I plan on communicating with him again? I don't think so. Do I still love his music? Absolutely.
But Kim, that's pretty much what you said though. When you said that it doesn't surprise you, it means that you have accepted who the person is. So when they do certain things, because you have accepted those characteristics of the person, it doesn't surprise you. So that question is really a question that is applicable to the Bounty Killa situation, because you know it don't surprise you because you accept the characteristics of the person.
So listen now. So are you saying if someone does something that I don't agree with, I have to come out and say, oh, I can't believe you said that?
No, never, Kim. No, I would never imply that either, because at the end of the day, it's human nature.
Again, like I said, if Bounty Killa do something where that is a pussy move, it is a pussy move. Full stop. If him
So
do
would you
something,
say this is a pussy move, kid?
that's great. Full
I
stop.
try to get you on the record. Would you say this move is a pussy move?
If you say something bad, Virgin.
Okay, all right.
All right, Chen, thank you.
Something bad.
Yeah, man. Respect it. Big up yourself.
Big Papa, you see me and some of you know when said this person isn't an artist. Me not hold nobody higher than myself. If you do, I'm mega put it to my mother will give birth to me. If my mother do something wrong, she do something wrong. It not mean me not gonna talk to her or whatever. If she do something wrong, she do something wrong. I'm not gonna make sure know.
No, but for me, me no put nobody over me. But I'm not afraid to say when something wrong me wrong. Me no know if all in them emotions there. I'm not afraid to express myself.
And them kind of things that here it go with me now. If me and you not interact, me not gonna trouble with certain things. If me and you interact, me gonna come to you and say, Virgin, Lula lay. And you say if you carry on, they're gonna say, all right, let's go love this person or rate this person from a distance. But me not gonna trouble with certain things. It won't be a thing for me because my burden is super heavy to carry.
Yeah, but Bounty Killa is a public person. If Bounty Killa posts up, Mr. Bounty Killa trim one of them there, everybody and make nice over it. He look good, look rare. Public person. It comes with the territory. Every action will be scrutinized, negatively or positively.
I agree.
And then this. I support Bounty Killa's music and anytime if you must sell something, never buy it, And I can tell you, say, certain things like even what we're not talking about, me can tell you verbatim what Bounty Killa said. So I'm really, if it not make no sense to me, or if it not coming on my ears, like me care about it. I'm gonna care about it. Somebody can come and say, you know, we are not XYZ, we don't know about it.
You're not.
Follow up certain things.
Yeah.
Can I just say something real quick? I just want to say something. Yo, bless up everyone that's on the panel.
Oh, big up yourself, Hardball. I never realized. I think Imhotep called me. Yeah, man. Say what you say because me so wrap up too as well. Bless up.
Yeah, man. I just want to say something real quick and jump off the live stream. But I think what happened with Bounty Killa, you know, the interview we did, you know, people they're reacting in a way because they're like, yo, you know, Merciless, he's past and gone. You know what I mean? And even though Bounty Killa and Merciless wasn't a friend, whatever, they were co-workers, they clashed. We don't know the history, personal, you know, or the relationship between the two artists. But since he passed and gone, it's like you're gonna make this statement. No, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like it shows that like he didn't even care, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's like people are like, bro, if that's how you feel, like this is the wrong place and time to say that. You know what I mean? Because the man just passed.
Right.
And he can't represent himself or speak for himself, you know, because I'm gone, you know.
Gone.
So how you gonna say these things? It seems like you didn't even, you know what I mean? And even if you feel that way, bro, just that wasn't the time or place. You know what I mean?
Thanks to the perspective, Hardball. I think you said it in a time and place.
Yeah, man. But bless upon yourself.
So
That's
true,
all
I agree.
that's all I wanted to say,
Thanks
bro.
to perspective, Hardball. I think
Bless
you
up
said it
yourself,
beautiful. Time and place.
Big Papa, is it safe to say that Bounty Killa doesn't have control of his emotions?
Him not have no control as far as
control. And when you have control, you are powerless.
No, but if at 50-year-old you don't have control of your emotion, what you say, what you do,
what age funny? Because you have youths out there will have control.
And I think
some self-control quick.
And I think a control him not have over emotions. Just think him never. I think at the moment say, oh, I'm in the right place to say this.
And that is not having control. Listen, when you have control of self, you're in charge. Bounty Killa is not in charge. Him not have no control, because if you have control, you're gonna monitor what you say and how you say it. That is control, regardless of how you feel.
So who have the control? If you not have control, who have the control?
That's a very good question.
What do you mean who have the control?
But I ask you, you say him not have the control, who have it?
If an individual doesn't have control of what they do, no one's there's no control. That's why you just run amok.
No, but Kim, the question that was asked Bounty Killa, you know, it wasn't a trigger question, you know, it wasn't a, but he got so emotional just mentioning of the merciless
just that's when you don't have control. That's when you don't have control.
But Kim,
I disagree with the control.
If he doesn't have control, it means him out of control. Can you agree with that?
Yeah.
And if he's out of control, it means there's something a control him then. If I don't in control himself, what is controlling him?
I can't answer that question. I just know as an individual, you either have control over your actions or you don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. That's
just gonna run amok.
That's what I'm gonna say. We have it same out of control. What if him totally aware and that him did want to do, and him do exactly what he want and say when he did want to say. And I'm aware of the fact of it.
About snake and honey.
What about?
She just said something about snake and honey. So I don't know how out of control a sneaking now. Like you're giving plausible deniability. You said the expectation is that Bounty Killa will be Bounty Killa. No, yourself because of emotional uncontrolled wait there.
Listen.
Yeah, I agree, Big Papa.
Here is real life. We either have control of self or we do not. That is it. There's no going around it. You can speak to a psychologist. You can speak to a psychotherapist. You can speak to whoever you want.
But Kim, watch this now. You still I say the control thing. But I say, what if the man that him did want to him cognizant of the facts and him think about it and he say yes, me I say it and me want to say it.
And that
him in control himself.
Because a commenter too great is saying that it has nothing to do with control. It's just arrogance and thinking he's the man. He did and said what he wanted to say.
And maybe that person is right. Maybe that person is right. But tell you what, I don't know. What I know for sure is that as human beings, we either have control of self or we don't.
The man went further in the interview and said, chucking a merciless grave something. Look, assailant dead. I'm in a one funeral. Assailant the alliance. And me know for a fuck. Back in the days, assailant and merciless. The inner war. Seka Bounty Killa alliance. Me know that for a fuck. Bounty Killa could not go west far or anywhere in that vicinity. And that Bounty Killa Merciless couldn't go west far or anywhere in that vicinity there. Because assailant, the longest assailant come from. Merciless come from Turners. So the man have pent up anger. He has pent up anger towards the brother.
Yeah, but no, as me say, not wrong with that. Dog, if I say dog feel, I say dog feel. There's not wrong with that. It's me. But him can have a problem with people comment and I give them 2 cents because I him say what him say and people have all right to react to what him say.
Exactly, and that's my stance on it as well. Everybody can say them closing because me I go close off shortly.
Bless up in everybody. Bless up.
Big up everybody. I don't know.
Bless up in everybody. Another great one, Nats. Bless up.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Big Papa. And Cash. Jamon? Imhotep?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm still there, Nats. No, what I'm saying is that,
yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, as me say, whether we support people or not, you know, there are some things that are just absolutely wrong, absolutely immoral, absolutely incorrect. You get what I say? And him can live and learn from it too, because him still said as immature. Clearly, he's still evolving. So maybe he will learn from this. But you know, at the end of the day, the public opinion does carry weight. So whether we might say, well, we couldn't care less, yeah, the public opinion does carry weight, and it is evident with him. So this is for him to learn from as well. So yeah, man, give thanks and big up yourself.
Bless up yourself, you know, Imhotep, Jamo, and thanks for joining me on the platform. It was a pleasure, great reasoning. Bless up everybody we passed through on the panel. Big Papa, bless up yourself. Cash, Kim, Sash, Wells Kim. Bless up everybody. Bruce, big up yourself just the same. All my commenters, everybody that donated to the channel, it was a blessing. Big up yourself, Rick Storm TV, New York Badness. Bless up everybody, all of my members them. I can't forget you all, because I mean, you all are there for me throughout times. Big up on yourself. Too great, big up. Winston Phillips, yeah, go on with yourself. Bless up yourself. Bless up everybody. Until next time. Before you leave, remember to like, remember to subscribe if you have not done so. So until next time, Magan.